Good afternoon, you guys. Welcome back to the second best of one for today between Steelwolves and Frosty Fire. So, right now we are basically in the lower brackets of the playoffs. So basically, Frosty Fire they lost yesterday to Asterisk, and so that's why they've come down here to play with Steelwolves. And the winner of this match will actually move on to the next best of three, and then they will actually then stand a chance to make it to the FSL the FSL Elite, which will be held on the 15th and 16th of November, and that will be an offline event. So all of this is of course taking place, online. So that's just the way, a lot of tournaments go. Alright, so, moving into the draft already, we are already past the first phase. We've got a Tiny and a Undying for Steelwolves, and we've also got Keeper of the Light, proven to be an incredibly annoying hero, as well as Bristleback. So Bristleback as well as Chakra Magic, there's a lot of synergy there. Bristleback is going to be able to get a lot of sprays off, and he's going to be very happy about that. So at the moment, right, because you see like Steelwolves, they picked two melee heroes, so very cleverly they banned out the Void as well as the Naga Siren. So these are heroes that deal well with melee heroes. Okay. The other thing that they might want to watch out for is something like maybe a Enigma. I'm not sure if any of the teams run an Enigma, but Enigma, you see, works wonderfully with melee heroes because they all come together and then it just set up perfectly for the black hole. But they don't have a black hole on the side of Frosty Fire. They don't have space for it anymore, I think, unless they want it to run it as a pos for Enigma. I don't know. But they do have, if they do pick that black hole Enigma, you have the black hole as well as the white hole in the form of the Will-O-Wisp from the Cottle. Instead, they'll go with the Lich, so you have a very classic lane between this Juggernaut as well as the Lich. You have the slow into the spin, and it's just going to be, easy game. We don't know for sure who the offlaner is going to be for Steelwolves yet, but we will see how this goes. Undying is normally played as your position 5, so it should be going up there with the Troll Warlord and trying to make the Bristleback's life a little bit more difficult. So they ban out the Slark as well. The Axe. Okay, so the Axe. Again, there's another melee hero. Generally, I like Axe in his laning stage and all that. It's just that I don't think it's super good in this case. Of course, we saw Momo play a fantastic Axe from Witches. Unfortunately, they have been eliminated. But Momo's Axe, honestly, that was like it was beautiful. Like, it's a thing of beauty to watch. You watch how she asserts her dominance in lane. You watch how she manages to zone out the safe laner and basically make the safe laner's life very difficult. And that's what you should be doing as an off laner. It's just that X versus Juggernaut, I don't think this is the best again. And of course, picking X into the Keeper of the Light, you know that Keeper of the Light is going to have the control to be able to negate whatever kind of initiation you are going to try to keep up. So we'll see. You'll see if the Keeper of the Light does live up to that, and Blinding Light can blast the axe back into her own teammates. We'll see how it goes.
10 seconds remaining.
So Frosty Fire looking for their mid laner, and actually both teams are looking for their mid laner. They ban out the OD and the Pugna. Okay, Pugna meaning that what do they want to run a magic mid? Maybe do they want to go for a Zeus maybe? Not very sure. Instead of Frosty Fire, they can Steelwolves go for a Death Prophet, which it's so odd. They keep picking heroes. Maybe it might be a block pick. They pick heroes that are very good for Frosty Fire actually. So Frosty Fire will go for a Sniper instead, and I really do like the Sniper pick here. Sniper is going to deal a lot of damage. And as well as it's going to be hard to get on top of the Sniper. Death Prophet is not really that sort of backline hero, so it's going to be a little bit challenging for the Death Prophet to run to the backline, because she is all things considered still quite squishy. Like, she will build into the Aghanims for sure, and she will basically try to get a lot of farm, try to be tanky and all that. Yeah, so I think I flavor chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. I mean, I favor Frosty Fire slightly here in terms of draft because of the Sniper pick. I think that is where the draft really turns, and you know, it's basically going to make that difference, the impact, because you're versus so many melee heroes here. It's going to be hard. But if for whatever reason the melee heroes manage to get on top of the sniper, then that's where the game changes, right? So sniper has to watch her positioning very, very carefully, has to make sure that, you know, she is completely, you know, safe all the time, because the Kotal might be there to save her, right? But it also, Kotal might be there to save her, but it really depends sometimes, because there is a lot of things, there are a lot of melee heroes going on here, and on the side of the Radiant. So yeah, let's just introduce again. You know, it wouldn't be an FSL game without a pause in the beginning. So let's just take the time to talk about the heroes here. So on the X Kakisu going into the off lane, good amount of regen. We've got the Undying being played by Capitana. She will be going into the safe lane. Already has a smoke as well. Gonna probably ward up mid. The mid lane will be taken by Death Prophet, who is played, Death Prophet played by Shinra. Ming will be playing the safe lane. Troll Warlock gonna be getting the Quelling Blade from the side shop, and Tiny already with boots, actually going with a Tango. So Jean will be joining me back again. You know, he will be introducing the Dire players for me. Here
yeah, and perfect timing. They paused just for me, just to join
That's
back in. But Mei on the Juggernaut, Cat Chaser on the Bristleback, Loraz and Pam.
That's like medication, you know, because it's lorazepam, like 5 milligrams. Here you go.
5 milligrams. There we go. Yeah, that's we're gonna find out what that does and what sort of symptoms that she might be seeing, and that's kind of why she's had it. Maybe it reminds her to take her dosage. I'm not sure. But Sleep is on the Sniper, Zara on the Keeper of the Light, and going in, who do you really like?
I think I like the Dire just a little bit more because of the sniper pick. So I was talking about it just now, because so they've got so many melee heroes, right, on the side of the Radiant. The sniper, you know, can really disrupt things with the shrapnel. But I will say that if they ever manage to get on top of the sniper, that's a good game.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely right. Like, if you're looking at the Radiant side, all of them are melee. All of them are, like, big, beefy, like, tanky guys. Like, they're just annoying, right? So it's going to be interesting in terms of how Bristle can kind of create the space for the sniper to just unload.
Yeah. And Bristle does well, right, against like melee heroes as well.
But it's going to be a problem. It's going to be interesting because the team fights are going to happen, and then the Wisp is going to be dropped down in the middle of all of them, and then how they react to that.
The chances are that the Wisp is going to catch out a lot of people, right?
Yeah. And then the Chain Frost with the Wisp.
Oh, and Chain Frost, right. I forgot about Chain Frost as well. My goodness.
And then Shrapnel, just because, I mean, he has a spell. And,
at level, sorry, you can get the 6 shrapnel charges at level 25.
I've actually been in a recent game with Sniper. He was on my team, and this is a ranked game, and he actually went Kaya on a Sniper.
Wait, was he a...
He was like straight up... He was a POS 1 Sniper.
That would piss me off, man.
I was so upset, because I was like, why are we creating space for you when you're just going to waste it, right? It was like the worst game ever. And he's like, what item should I get? I was like, anything but Kaya. You know what I mean? Like, after he got Kaya. and then, oh my gosh, we had to like micromanage it. He apparently had never played Sniper before. And we're just like, why would you play ranked? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But that said,
that's so frustrating to play against her.
Yeah.
But if you want to experiment, you know, maybe you want to experiment in your unranked games. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. But look, I think the X Tiny lane is going to be super rough to deal with. Like a Jug Lich, Yeah,
X Tiny lane is definitely rough to deal with here. The Tiny can just toss the X. Yeah, has tossed already, see. Kakesu already no points here. Might even want to go for the call first, but of course, you know, that's something you don't really want to go for. You go toss forward, goes to the Juggernaut. Juggernaut could spin, but you know, they get the Frost Blast actually onto the X. They will zone them away from the rune, so that looks to be 3 runes actually. Bottom lane here, they stole the rune as well. So
I feel like they should have. I feel like they should have saved the toss. Like they should have just assaulted, because you know that they're going to go for the rune. They're not going to go anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And then when the guy was maybe running away, then you toss them, and then you know what I mean, you catch them.
Yeah, completely agree.
Okay, but
and then Lich also a bit questionable, going for the Frost Blast first.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe the Frost Shield might have been more effective.
Agreed.
But maybe once they hit level 2, you know, then it's gonna be. Oh, okay. By the way, I just did like a bit of googling because we had time, right? So the medication Lorazepam, it is used to treat anxiety disorders, trouble, you know, people with who have trouble sleeping, and active seizures.
Okay, well,
So
I'm going to tell you, Laura Zapam right now is struggling, right? There's a little
yeah,
bit of
she's
anxiety
struggling.
in terms
yeah,
of
there's
this.
definitely a little bit of anxiety coming into this lane.
Yeah.
You know, she's got battle hunger, losing health.
Yeah.
That sounds like me when I'm, you know, when I don't have enough sleep. So yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, she's going to, like, she's not going to have the greatest of time. This Tiny's going to make it rough. She's consistently looking to toss. Oh.
Teddy does have shoes already, so
Yeah.
pretty speedy little pebble.
Yeah, it's gonna get it zoned away, but Lich doesn't really have. Oh, she's got a clarity now.
Oh,
Okay,
she's got clarity.
so she'll pop that back in. Now, what do you think about the mid lane?
Mid lane matchup over here, huh? Sniper versus Death Prophet. I think this goes in a Death Prophet's favor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sniper has got, you know, very, very low base damage. And, well, Death Prophet with the nuke, you know. She's level 3 already, 7-2 as opposed to 4-3 after Sniper. Ooh, but front lane actually, they managed to take down the Bristleback here. It looks like they'll be taking Zara along with her. One more, the slow from the Axis is going to go on. Zara's trying to run herself away, but the creeps are helping out. And nope, it is Ming who's going to be taking down.
Yeah, and this is why Undying is a great 5, right? The decay, the amount of strength that he steals. Yeah. I mean, it's just so hard to deal with this guy. And he's super tanky. And as a 5, it's like super annoying. And it's actually a pretty decent laner right there.
Right. But there's that synergy between Chakra Magic as well as the Quill Spray, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay. So we have our medicated, well, Laura's palm going down here to top lane. Tiny finally getting the toss that she's been looking for.
To be honest, Tiny as a 4 is super, super powerful.
I think Tiny at 4 is amazing. Like, this is like, I love seeing Tinies, and I'm so glad we get to see it as a 4, which is my favorite position.
Yes.
I think there's too much pressure on Tiny to perform as a 2. So I feel like maybe, just, you know, having it as a 4, less pressure and, you know, the ability to perform and to enable your team, basically.
Right. And Axe and Tiny are both cutting the creeps.
Right.
I think they messed up
though. When you reach the top here, you have to stop for a bit.
You have to stop it. You have to attack it.
That's
you have to attack it once, and they totally botched that up. And the funny thing is that this is the least efficient way to do it because they both were doing it. They both messed up.
Yep.
So that was a disaster.
Yeah. Oof.
Okay, so good for the Dire. I mean, Mei, right? Just getting a lot of last hits out of that. 14-1. She's doing quite well, while Bristle on the bottom is just spamming out quills.
I mean, yeah, he suffers for like the first couple of levels, but now that he's level 3,
yep.
Has probably, you know, level 3, level 4, that's when, you know, Bristleback really kind of like runs out of control here. Oh, they popped the tombstone down a little early,
why would you do that?
Is it just for harass?
But to be honest, I feel like Bristle doesn't have to run, and it could just kill the
I
tombstone.
thought you just killed the tombstone, right? It's like
Yeah,
level 1, it's not the biggest deal. Zara caught off position a little bit, but Blinding Light is going to save her life for a bit. That early tombstone, huh?
That was suspect, but it's funny that the Bristle totally respected it. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't want to fight
Okay, I'm going to fight him.
Yeah.
But I mean, later on, you're going to have the Sniper and the Juggernaut who can deal with the tombstone, so they're not too worried about that, I suppose.
Do you think maybe that they have a fear of zombies and they're like, I don't want to fight into this?
Right, infected, you know, contagious zombies. Oh, look, there's an Invis rune on the Keeper of the Light, and they're going to blast forward the Troll Warlock, but let's see if they can run him down. She's going to stick up pretty fast, and she's actually going to look like she's want to turn, but there is the Nasal Ghoul stacking up, and there's going to be a lot of damage onto the Troll Warlock. There's a couple of stick charges coming out in 3 seconds, but no, they won't take it. They're going to take it unless you get diving. He's going to salve up right under the tower. The blast is going to cancel the salve, actually. She does have 10 stick charges still, you know? That's the nice thing about being in a Bristleback lane, right?
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know if that's really worth it in the end. I feel like, okay, level 4 Nasal Goo is actually, I think it's actually, you couldn't even skill it faster.
Right.
Like you can do it in level 3, even I've seen it level 1, just because the amount of armor that it reduces.
Sorry, missing kills again, left, right, center. That's the name of the game for today. T-Tours, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
5-minute runes. I think they just... Top here, yeah, they probably just spun down the Juggernaut. Spun down on the Axe, sorry, yeah. With Frost Blast and Shield and Spin, yeah, that's it. He used a call already, so that's probably why that's what happened.
So Tiny here, I mean, level 3 only, but the thing is that you have boots and you have bottle. And to be
honest,
honest,
I think that's all you need. Right?
Yeah.
You want the blink, yeah, but it's like a bonus, you know.
Wait, Kazumi, this is the one I'm fanboying over,
yeah, this
right?
is the one you're fanboying over. Yeah, that's right.
Kazumi, call me.
Kizuna. Yeah. Getting the pull off here to the side camp. Lich is going to, you could combo him down, probably. 680 HP, just a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more. Oh, ooh, the Frost Shield.
Okay,
Gotta
so
dissuade them.
Yeah, but I mean, if anything, this could help the Jugs farm actually, because he's getting the creeps now, and the catapult's still chilling around because that catapult is dumb. It can focus fire and then it doesn't know how to change targets.
Yeah.
So
seriously, sometimes I think catapults are the creeps I hate the most.
really,
yeah, seriously, like they help me take towers for sure, yes, but sometimes they do a lot of piercing and
yeah,
and it's so hard to last hit on the catapult as well.
yeah. So the catapult is actually running around and just harassing the Juggernaut.
This catapult just,
He's like, what?
It's got his own agenda. It's time to infiltrate. Infiltrate the Dire forward. Oh, this direction, I mean.
They're like, look at all these creeps.
Alright, look at Bristleback running down the Troll wall, running under the tower here. But Troll does have a lot of stick charges, still has tangles. Not too bad. Cat Chase was also pretty low, but she's 6 already, actually. So
Yeah.
outlaning the Ming, Bristleback, right? It's just Bristleback things?
Yeah, it is, but it's been really helped by accelerated by this Coddle, who's just been,
sorry,
Coddle getting very low.
Coddle's dropping very low, but that was a value stick charge, right?
Oh, yeah,
16 decay. This kid has
Capitana.
360 health. It's gonna
Come
get one
at
more.
me.
No,
He's like,
coming.
nah.
No, she's just like TPing away. Blinding Light does not stop TP, so she gets back home. Draws a lot of attention away and a lot of space created for this Juggernaut. Sorry, for the Troll Wall on here.
Yeah, just creating space. I mean, Undying not giving up any deaths, so she's playing pretty well. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to be zoning, right?
Right.
And so you got to respect her. So she's been
He's
doing
going
pretty
face boots into Morbid Mask. What did she go after Morbid Mask actually on me?
well. I mean, it really depends on what sort of item you want to go. You know what I mean? Do you like S and Y? Do you go? You know what I mean? Like, it really depends. I don't think you want to go. I don't think you need to go like BKB early or anything. But
yeah, it doesn't seem to be too much of a problem, right? At some point in time, do you think she might want to get a blink maybe to get on top of the sniper? Is she the one who's supposed to go for the sniper?
Tiny and Axe should.
Tiny and Axe should.
And then Tiny should be the playmaker, blinking in and then tossing back the sniper.
Right.
You know, it should be that level, but it'll probably be easier said than done. I think it's going to be DP just slow sieging everything with the ult.
It's hard to slow siege against the sniper, isn't it?
It
looks
is.
like they'll be chasing down Ming, but they'll be blasted back as well. She's going to throw out the rare access, going to pop the ult as
well. You gotta run, you gotta run.
Bait her a bit, but I think she's very much dead here. Just one more stick charge. So close! She listed like 13. Oh, 9, right. Okay. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Super close. And right now they're going to be chasing for him more, but nope. It's Cat Chaser, regen rune in the jungle, in the river here. Gaiman watching out for her, huh?
Wow, that was crazy lucky. Like, Cat Chaser's like, oh, perfect.
Lucky, yeah.
So it pays to be easy and to be lucky.
Alright, top lane here, the call's been used here. My goodness, so many spins coming out from Kakesu, showing off her ballet skills. Ooh. Juggernaut's still fine, Level 5, level 6. Both offlaners have hit level 6 first. So they're going to be quite happy about that. And now we haven't talked much about this mid lane, right? Because there's so much action going on in the side lanes. Ooh, hold on. Hold that thought. We're going to look at X, steal some creeps from under the Lich's nose. Because, oh my goodness, Lich is here as well. They're going to get the call onto Tiny, the toss up, toss down. That's goodbye, Lich. At the same time, the Undying has showed up. I hope she collected a bit of EXP from that. She did drop down to Tombstone.
Yeah, that was totally unnecessary. It's like, I don't think she understands the cooldown on that, but Jugs is going to TP on out of that, but...
Alright, this Sniper, Death Prophet lane, Sniper's just been, very quiet farming and all that
Level
kind of
9.
thing. Going for a Midas? Is this cool? You go for your Midas on your mid lane Sniper?
Again, it comes back to, do I think that this game is not going to end in 20 minutes?
Right.
I don't think they will.
Yeah.
Like, Sniper's actually a level ahead of the DP.
Oh, Sniper is a level ahead of the DP. And surprisingly, Sniper's tower is still quite healthy, right? Which you would expect maybe like with a DP,
the
pop the ult, and then go for it, but...
Like, honestly, if the Tiny... Oh,
just a TP out immediately. 2 of the cores trying to beat down upon Ming, but Ming is like, yeah, I'm out of here.
I feel like right now is the time where she should have been ulting and just taking that T1.
Right, yeah, that's what I thought too.
All you need is like the Undying and the Tiny to kind of stand behind her, and then really no one can kill this DP right now.
Right, with the heals, know, and the tossing and the avalanche and all that. So
yeah, a little, I'm not sure why... they're playing so timid. Like it comes back to like the Pugna play style, the DB play style. Like you have to understand your peaks, right? You were peaking at 6. Like that's.
And now they're gonna go on to the Bristleback here. Is this the one you really want to go on to?
No.
They have the Soul Siphon on. He's dealing a lot of damage.
No,
Remember that DP
he's
doesn't
gonna
have
die.
a stick. She's gonna go forward. Oh, and oh.
Yeah.
Right, it was the
quills.
ult. Okay, and she actually had a Morbid Mask which you can buy from the side shop, but I'm not sure why she purchased it from the main shop, and now you can't. You know?
He's like, no, he sold it, and now he's gonna buy it. Yeah, now he bought it.
Did she? I think she
realized her
lost
mistake.
money from that.
She might have timed it right.
Remember,
Let's
you don't get refunds after certain period.
That's true after 12 seconds or so, but yeah. But I mean, I think she got it. But the DP had run away. Like
yeah, no, she was on a she had 1 dot of health only.
No, but I'm saying even now, she killed the Bristleback, but then she ran back into the jungle. At that point, why don't you just push the
why
T1?
don't you just push the T1?
So we'll see how that one turns out. Like super awkward like fight engagement. Like
you take the fight, but you don't get the objective.
you take the T1. Like you take towers. That's what you're here for.
So they're going for the troll now. They know that she doesn't have any more ult anymore, so he's mana leaked as well. Looks like she might be stunned up. The heal coming in from Capitana is not going to be enough to save the troll warlord. So now the Undying should be dead as well. As Cat Chaser goes back in, the creep's tanking up the tower. Now she's got a lot of stacks onto her. She's going to slowly go down. Remember, Undying has a lot of health, but he doesn't have a lot of mana. It's a double kill for Cat Chaser. Yeah.
Nasal Goo is completely underrated, especially with the Cuddle.
1 extra point in it, right? Like I keep thinking
12 mana.
Yeah, 12 mana. No, I always think like, you know, people, they want to go maxing out your close range, your Bristleback. I always think like you get 1 value point in that. Just 1
It is
point.
so good. It stacks with the quills.
Yeah,
it does so
exactly.
much work. It is completely underrated. And this is why Bristol is still a problem. And to be honest, teams need to itemize against it. You have to get Silver Edge. You have to get Spirit Vessel. You have to deal with him, right?
Yep.
Because if not, he becomes a menace in the mid-game, right? And until you get those items, you can't really fight into him.
And, okay, I mean, Troll is a Silver Edge carrier here, right? So she could deal with the Bristleback in that sense.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's actually valid.
X is also a Spirit Vessel carrier, so they'll be just fine. Ooh, they're going to be looking for
I
a
think
combo.
Tiny gets it.
Blast away, but yeah, I think Tiny gets it too, you're right.
I think. Ooh, the toss!
Forward call!
Oh, nicely done.
Nicely done. But will they be shooting a spin enough to take
the
her down?
whisk.
She drops the whisk again. The dunk anymore. Yes, it's gonna take her down. It doesn't matter if she's sleeping. Cat Chaser though, she's gonna be running
Kill the
away.
whisk.
Right, okay, so they're not going to be able to do anything much in top lane actually. They get a kill on the Troll Warlord yet again. I think it was a Troll. Let's see. Was Omni used as well?
Nope.
No.
You don't need Omni.
Yeah, you don't need Omni, but yeah, you Chain Frost was used.
Okay. So you used something, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Just a really weird fight in the bottom. I felt like there should have been disengaging. It was a really nice toss, you know, for the axe and that call. That was perfectly timed.
Oh, again, Shinra looks like she'll be going down, but you know what? OS Frog, Spirit Siphon, actually doing a lot of work, but she's taking a lot of damage.
She's
from the
gonna
tower.
die?
She's gonna toss forward. Nope, she's gonna die. No, yes, right click from Zara. The Heaven Keeper of the Light gonna take her down immediately. Now Kane's gonna be caught in bad position, but the Omni Slash is gonna be able to take her down immediately. Kakisu running for her life. Will she be able to get out of this? Drums being popped. Bang those music. Take down the axe, and right now they're gonna spin her down. You think you can spin axe? No, I spin better, sis Juggernaut.
Oh man, that was a moment where Tiny. Dude, don't throw her. You know what I mean? Like, you threw her into the Coddle, and the Coddle actually killed her because of that, right? Like, you
Fly! Thank you for flying your Tiny Airlines.
I think that he was like, oh, okay, the tower might hit you, so I'm going to toss you. But tossing her into a more vulnerable position was not ideal. So
I think, so it would have been close because her spirits were actually coming back to her.
Yeah.
It was super close.
But you got to let that happen.
Yeah, I think you got.
But okay, through this all, I don't think they have a tower. Did they have top tower? Oh, they have the
top tower was taken already.
But you don't have the mid one. DP, come on, get your game together.
I think this mid tower should have been down a very long time ago, for sure.
Super, that's not.
Like Death Prophet, Dragon Knight, you know, these are the heroes that Death Prophet, Dragon Knight, Pugna, right? Once you leave the lane, your mid tower goes down, right?
Yep. Yeah, 100%. That you don't leave it until you kill that tower. That's your one job, right? Like, so a little bit of a not understanding their hero, so to speak.
Right. Okay, so Bristleback is going for a pipe, I believe. Yeah, she's got the pipe, so the Hood of Defiance already. Do you think the Hood of Defiance is better, or maybe could she have gone something like a Crimson Guard? Maybe, you know, is there a lot of magic damage coming off from the Radiant?
It could. I think that she's worried, or she's more worried about the burst. the tiny coming in, you know, and
Right.
the DP does some work as well as the Undying.
Okay.
And like the Axe and the Troll don't really do so much damage, so
Oh,
she has a
not
little
yet,
bit.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she already has Vanguard, so
Yeah,
she's
she
a
has
little bit
Vanguard.
covered in that sense.
Okay, okay.
I think that she'll eventually build into those
Right,
items.
right,
So.
for sure, for sure.
Now, as Bristle, generally speaking, I just go straight tanky items. I don't go
Yeah,
any damage
straight
items.
ultra tanky. You're naturally tanky already, right? Okay.
So I'm hoping that she does the same. I even do stuff like Octarine Core Bristle. Because that and the Keeper, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that and the keeper. Yeah, that's right. So it's just we're talking about very late game. That will be pretty late.
Yeah,
game,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You want to get your
Yeah.
Pipe Crimson, maybe Greaves even.
Yeah, somebody needs Greaves.
I think. Oh wait, I think Radiance is a brilliant item. There are 4 melee heroes. I'm just really.
yeah.
I think Radiance is awesome here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, that does work.
Yeah, but it's pretty greedy. We'll see how Cat Chase's game goes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think that she knows that, and she's kind of going more of the mid-utility items. Like,
yeah,
she's got
utility.
Crimson queued
yeah,
up.
she's got
so
Crimson queued up.
yeah. But maybe she's not going Pipe now. She went Hood, and then now she's going to
Crimson?
Audible and
Right,
go Crimson
yeah.
instead. So
Yeah, but
Okay.
oh my goodness, Radiance would be so value against so many melee heroes.
yeah,
I mean,
DP.
Troll is not entirely melee, but you know,
Oh, the
you got the
Tombstone.
top Tombstone as well as the Flesh Golem, but they're just gonna take down the Tombstone. It's gonna be a free
200.
Okay, the Qualm though, but it's gonna be deflected by the blast. And now it looks like Kakesu is caught out a little bit out of position, but the Fear is gonna control up the Shinra for a bit. Shinra is gonna try to die, but remember that the sniper here, Shrapnel slowing them down. Now the Bristleback doing so much
gotta
damage.
use herself
She's
up.
gonna use herself first. He's gonna dodge the ult from Sniper as well, but in the end she's still gonna get it up right now. Is she gonna be able to get the Sniper?
Oh, the
Nope,
assassinate!
a assassinate to the face, and then get slammed down as well. So they're gonna try pop the ult from the from the keep up the light, and it's gonna take them down immediately. So that's a 2 for nothing. Undying caught out in the river there.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't the biggest issue. I think the whole fact that the DP was focusing on the sniper was like, I think that was the wrong engagement, like the wrong hero to go for. I think that, like, because like the sniper can just backpedal and just keep the distance away, right? She's gonna have that space. So I think that she needs to go somewhere else and to be a little bit safer and more towards our own team. She was so far away that no one could really help her.
Right. So she had the right idea, but
Yes.
it was not executed in the right way.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna see the Troll again. Troll does have a Midas. Sorry, no, Troll does not have a Midas. I'm looking at the Sniper. Sniper's a passive Midas.
Right.
Okay, sorry, you were saying.
Tower is
What do
under
you...
attack.
No, I mean the troll, right? Like, I mean, Sniper has a Midas, right? So, like, I think that it's weird that you would go for somebody who's going hitting you with just a Midas. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't really have the damage yet. I felt like the prioritization of targets of just staying near the tower, so you're doing tower damage, and then killing people that are relatively close, and then your team can back you up. But if you're diving the T1, going for Sniper, who's just going to run away from you, I mean, you're not going to live, and we kind of saw that right there.
I mean, at the, Death Prophet, she is pretty strong and can be very tanky, but the fact is that she only has so little armor here.
Yeah.
Right? She's got that armor from the face boots, that's about it.
Yeah, very, very little. And this is kind of why the Bristle has just been a sheer menace, you know? Like, reducing armor, and a lot of these are strength heroes, so it's going to really pay off.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But Shinra here, how much time till the... Okay, so 18 seconds again. You need to focus the T1. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but
This tier 1 is here for too long, isn't it?
Radiant vaults have been
like, you
fortified.
shouldn't be looking just for ganks. You need to be looking for the towers.
Right, right.
Because once a sniper who's going to get, like, Hurricane Pike next, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be hard to get to.
Can they catch anybody? The blink forward. They're gonna catch the Juggernaut in the end. The stun,
Chain
stun
Frost.
up, but Chain Frost toss up, toss down. Could Omni Slash immediately gets it off, and the Omni Slash is doing a lot of work. Will take down. My goodness, that's a triple kill from Mei actually. Now Shinra's the only one alive. She's able to go down as well.
Oh, that Chain Frost was amazing. The fact that they continue to fight.
Oh my goodness.
They got a Delta split. They were just holding hands. They're like, no, we're going to kill Juggernaut. And then by that time, it was way too late.
Well, I mean, we talked about the fact that, they're all melee, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at it.
We knew it was going to be a problem, but the thing is that the team needs to understand that the Chain Frost goes, you need to get out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you're going for.
Everybody
you
ran
cannot
in
burst
5
them
different
down.
directions right now.
Right. I mean, that Chain Frost and then the Omni Slash on top of that, and then we saw a quick 4 deaths.
I mean, the Omni Slash, they were trying to burst on the Juggernaut, right?
Yeah.
But they couldn't, and then after that, Juggernaut gets the Omni Slash off into the wonderful Chain Frost.
Oh my gosh, that Chain Frost was... That won the team fight for sure. I don't think they expected it. Like, it's one of those things where, and I don't mean to call people noobs, but generally, noobs don't respect the Chain Frost, right? Like, it's one of those things where you need to Delta split. I don't care, right, about who you're going for. You need to split off and to stop it.
I mean, later on, maybe you come to the point where you know you're not so worried about Chain Frost, but
right.
Not at this point in time.
Yeah. Agreed. So I'm not sure if that's going to come back to haunt them, especially since like they're so far behind in the net worth, right? Like the DP, you're losing because you're not taking towers. This is how you farm: is you get objectives.
Right.
And
you want to see what Dota Buff has to say?
Hang on.
Okay.
Let's make guesses.
Let's make guesses. Okay.
I think it's 75% in the favor of the Dire.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 84. Ha! 93% in favor of the Dire.
Mother of God.
Mother of God.
Mother of God.
It's almost bottoming out here.
Yeah, I think it's because of the sniper effect.
Yeah, the sniper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying that, you know, if they manage to get on top of the sniper, but sniper's like, yeah, nope, I gotta force stuff.
Not yet. I mean, yeah, you're right. Okay, 10K net worth lead, 21 minutes. I get it. Your team ones haven't even been completely destroyed yet.
No, this tower.
And
they ping it out.
I mean, if you're DP, you're doing it wrong, right? And the funny thing is that they don't have any other options. This is a best of one.
Right.
Winner moves on, right?
Right.
If you're out, you're out. But Shinra does not have her ult up.
Shinra does.
Oh, she does
Right
now.
now, yep.
Okay. Just ticked up then. But she's still so far from her eggs, and you cannot be going back in the jungle. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like a broken record, but I hope that she hears me 6 minutes from now.
Does she just want to farm the Aghanim's right now? But I think you farm the Aghanim's while taking objectives.
Exactly. Like, this is the type where you farm objectives to get the next items, right?
Right.
You don't sit back. You don't lane. You don't, get the lane creeps. You push towers.
So maybe, so people who don't farm for objectives, that's your position 1, isn't it? Usually.
Usually. I mean, but it really depends on hero too. Because like a Lycan 1, I mean, he's farming objectives as well,
he's farming objectives. Okay.
So I think it really depends.
Right.
But DP is definitely the type where you need to start pushing. And the funny thing is like, if you have Tiny and the Axe and the Undying right behind the DP, it is very difficult to kill that DP who's ulting. Right? So you can slow siege. You need to constantly put the pressure on, and now you're getting jumped.
They are going to just avalanche to dissuade the Bristleback, but I don't think Bristleback cares at all.
Yeah, Bristleback
going for a Halberd, I think? Oh, what do you...
Halberd?
What's this Halberd?
Yeah, it looks like it's going Halberd.
It's going for...
the troll.
The troll, right.
Good. I like it. That's a great item,
Very
actually.
interesting item, honestly.
No, it's a great item. It totally
great.
stops the troll. Does troll have BKB?
No, I don't think so. Not anytime soon.
Yeah.
There's one part to it. Yeah.
Okay. They're gonna turn around.
They're slow Cat Chaser for a bit. They dropped the tombstone down as well. But Cat Chaser has, a lot of friends in the neighborhood. She's not too afraid of, getting jumped upon by the Radiant because it is the Death Prophet who's still over this side.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, Shinra, if you want to play this style, any other mid would be better. Right? Like a different style.
Exorcism should not be off cooldown for so long.
Yes.
You should always be using it and always be trying to get a fight, a fight or get an objective.
Agree. Like the Shadow Shaman wards.
Right.
You want to do that off cooldown, right? DP's the same way.
Sometimes when I get really mad, like nobody's doing anything with the Shaman wards, I just stack for myself and I drop the wards.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually.
Again, well, they're not gonna get. In fact, it's the Dire who are taking objectives. They still, chipping away at this mid tier 1, but it feels like they should be aggressively taking mid tier 1 instead, right?
Right. And they're turning this around. I mean, Sleepless is actually getting some decent items where, I mean, she's gonna be kind of scary in the sense that, like, you have Midas, right? If this goes late game and the sniper is almost gonna guarantee that, late game, it's gonna be super annoying to deal with the sniper. It's almost like a techie style, just prolonging these games. And just being annoying.
And now it gets popped actually. She's going to pop the out. They find the sniper in the background right now. They're life draining him, siphoning him up. She already used the Hurricane Pump. And there's going to be the Sleepless down for a count. They're going to drop these. They're going to chop the Chain Frost, but to no avail. Shinra very, very strong right now. Going to use herself up in the air. His Chaser is also going to get slowed down right now. But Neutral is going to pop the out. But she'll be able to catch him actually. No, nothing to stop her right now. In the background actually, the counter of the light goes down. And now they're going to be chasing the cat.
Diffusal.
Who's it got? The Diffusal. But there's so much damage coming up from Cat Chaser, but it's not enough to take them down, and it's the Radiant. They finally strike back. Now they're going for Lorism. The Lich is going to go down still. My goodness, Kakesu on the X gets a double kill. That's a 4 for nothing, and they managed to snatch back that lead.
Yeah.
It was 10k and now it's dropped.
Okay, so the sniper completely out of position. No vision, went up high ground and went into the teeth of the enemy team and got destroyed. The sniper needs to play a little bit safer, understanding that your team is going to give you vision. You need to stay back and just pick off everybody, right? And so the fact that you just got picked off first, you really can't fight. This is live or die by the sniper.
Right, so this is what I say again. You get on top with the sniper,
Yeah.
they win.
Yes.
But if you don't find a sniper, then the Dire wins. So
But it's one of those things where the sniper is like, you don't have to get on top of it when the sniper comes to you, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sniper just willingly fed
he's like,
himself
oh, okay.
to the radio. Hey, look, Radiant Heroes. Let me go say hi.
Hey, friends.
Hey, friends. Oh, wait, we're not friends, apparently. So,
okay, but I mean, that was a good use of Exorcism. They ended up getting 2 towers just very, very quickly, right? They just pushed that through. That was a great move by Radiant in the sense of all those pickoffs and the amount of objectives that they took.
Shinra now has Aghanims.
So she's in business. 5k net worth lead. I think it was as close as high as 11k?
Yeah, 10, 11k.
10, 11k. Now, what does Dota Plus say now?
Dota Plus say now. Are we going to bet on this?
Okay, we're going to bet. I'm going to go 75%, I think.
Still
in favor of Dire.
Okay, I'm going to say...
I think it dropped.
78% in favor of Dire. Wow!
Mother of God.
On a roll today, Ashley. Kind of.
Okay. Are we doing it like Price is Right style, where if you go over, then it doesn't count?
Oh, okay.
That's
we,
how
we
it
can
works.
do that.
But I mean, you won this one. You won by $1. That was
No,
very good.
That's pretty good.
But I'm just saying.
That's pretty good.
All right,
I
didn't know we were
starting
playing
a
for
fight
serious.
here, top right. Yeah, okay, the blink goes in right now. They're going on to the lich right now, but the Omni Slash is going to go on
take
to
it
the
together.
Take it together, right? That's right. They go power of friendship there. The Will-O-Wisp is going to catch up to 2, but it looks like they're going to be disengaging from this actually. Will-O-Wisp on cooldown for a very long time, but it looks like they're going up the high ground here. They know that they're going to here. The Exorcism is popped, but can they catch anybody? It looks like they're just going to back out. Can they take any more objectives from this? Shinra.
Go top. Go top.
Go
Go
top.
top. That's what you're.
No, you don't chase
people
anymore. You can't catch. You don't have anything.
Don't chase. He's like, oh, I'll just take
Yeah,
this.
ping, top.
Centaurs. Okay. We're gonna ping for him. Ping for. Okay. She's gonna take all of the jungle creeps.
So they expend the life of a lich.
Yes.
For a DP ult.
A DP ult.
That may not get anything
Cuddle
done.
did
It
use
will
his-
not get anything done. And Cuddle, oh wait, keep her polite, right?
She used her wisp, so not the end of the world. And so this is okay. Now they're kind of rolling. Now they're kind of figuring, hey, let's take objectives. We're creating some map control. Now the bottom though, still T1 is still up, so you do need to start pushing that out.
Right.
Force them back into the high ground so they have no space to farm.
Right.
And
But
then
top 3 net worth still belongs to the Dire.
yeah. Like again, it comes back to this Midas thing, right? Did the game end in 20 minutes? No.
No.
And we're seeing just how she's gonna scale.
Midas
and
is
be
paying
super
off
scary
here.
and
But
annoying.
they're going for Roshan. This is the play to go for. Ming is pretty strong. Does have the BKB as well as the diffusal. May not get kited around as much anymore. Let's see how much. Oh, the call actually going out onto 2 down here. And you're going to be trying to take this fight around. It looks like the Lich is going to go down. No chain frost for the count. Mimi's going to try to back herself out. She's going to spin away and try to get herself out there. They pop the flash golem, chasing her, getting a lot of damage out, but they're also giving a lot of damage. The disarm of the troll is going to save a life.
an Omni.
They're going to go forward, but they take down the troll warlord. Yes, no, BKB out immediately. Very, very nice. Well done from the troll warlord, and that will be the end of the engagement. I think that was a buyback from the Lich, so that's going to sweet them. They're going to be, running away.
Yeah, I mean,
They
the
could
troll, I think that they should have
try,
focused a little
actually.
bit better.
I don't know. And trying to went back into Roshan, who knows? But
Yeah, they can still fight this. I mean, Dire need to do something, right? Because the fact that the Lich did buy back, you need to get something out of this, right? I mean, it is the 5, Lorenz and Pam. She's probably taking pills right now, but to kind of just calm her senses in a sense. But the thing is that you need to kind of get something. The fact that they didn't get the troll, who was very, very low, and she BKB'd right at the right moment.
Perfect.
It was very, very, very close. But yeah.
Bristleback gets a point booster. Is this an Aghanims? Octarine Aghanims?
Octarine, I think.
Okay.
I think. I like it how they don't have it quick queued, so
Yeah,
they don't
just
give us any tips. Look at that. They're just trying to make our life
She's
difficult.
trying to make our life difficult. She's trying to give us anxiety, What if I go for this item, but I'm not telling you because I buy the one component that is shared by both.
Oh.
Sniper building in towards the Mjolnir here. Gonna be dishing out a lot of damage, and especially the fact that they're all melee heroes again, right? So Sniper's gonna have a field day.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, one of the worst things, I hate techies because of the fact that it prolongs the game, and I hate Sniper for the same reason.
Right, right.
I feel like I hate techies more because that hero is just super cancer, but Sniper is a close second.
Right, right.
Like, I will play against any other hero. Like the Morphling one we were talking about.
Yeah. Oh, really?
How he's cancerous. Like, I just feel like Sniper, like a good Sniper, is just super annoying. Okay. I mean, if they have the team to kind of just understand how the Sniper plays and create space. But yeah. Yeah.
So, talked about, you know, getting a Spirit Vessel, a Silver Edge. I see none of this on the side of the Radiant at all. None of them, nobody's building an urn. And he's going for an Echo Saber instead. Do you think this is the way to go?
No. Okay. All of my pubs, all of the stacks that I play in, I always harp on my team, on the cores, to get these items.
Right.
And I've noticed that most times they don't listen.
Right.
Maybe I'm not loud enough or annoying enough, but I mean, these are the things where you have to get it because it just completely changes the dynamic of the game. Bristle can melt. You can melt him down very, very easily with these items, and it makes your life a lot easier because once he's on you, he's gooing everything up and just creating a lot of chaos. It just becomes super annoying. Like, you can save him for last, but there's one way of just dealing with him very, very early, right, in the team fights.
Oh, the call actually is in the background onto the bristleback. We're dragging him out, but that's not really the hero you want to go on to, right? It's too tanky, and he's been cat chasing, just been, standing at the front line, soaking up a lot of damage. They do pop the jump. They're gonna go into Capitana, who drops the tombstone in there, but taken down by the sniper.
Call.
But the call, a beautiful call by Kakisu with the follow up with the Wisp as well. Now the Chain Frost, it's bouncing, it's going crazy, it's going on, but the Lich goes down in the end, but it's a dieback as well. So they're gonna go try to go to cat chaser as well. Cat chaser is gonna be rooted up and changed, but she's taking a lot of damage actually, but it doesn't matter because cat chaser isn't going down. Looks like they'll be chasing for more, not really. They will take a tower, and then after that, it looks like they will take the cat chaser with them as well.
So they finally got the cat chaser. The exorcism is proving to be a lot of damage, and they do need to respect that. She's still continuing to push on forward. It's kind of crazy that at the beginning it was only the Undying and the Lich that had died, but I mean, killing the Bristleback was pretty huge.
Oh, maybe no, caught in the wrong position, is going to be spinning away as she gets haunted as well. Is there any save from her right now? Shinra is still hitting on her.
Run.
She needs to run out there.
So Exorcism's now down. The Shrapnel is going to create a lot of space. The Sniper's all still in the back, so they need to just disengage.
Where was the Sniper in, the previous fight?
I'm not sure, but it looks like somebody's in the Roche. Okay, Troll. Just doing troll things. Might as well, right? You solo it, you might as well.
I think you can, right?
You can, you definitely can, yeah. Just the amount of heals that she's getting, she should be fine. But to be honest, the Sniper, it didn't really. She was late to the fight or something. Like there was no really.
She got
impact.
the kill on Undying, but then after that, I didn't feel any impact from the Sniper.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm seeing that the efficiency of the Midas on the Sniper not being. Okay, there we go. Used. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
She went for the assassinate cast time, I think.
That Undying
but okay, at the same time, now maybe he's going to try to be spinning down Capitana. Capitana is going to be walking into
over the call.
The call. Okay, it's onto the Juggernaut. Will she be able to get anything out of this? She does have Blade Mail running. They're going to toss the tree on her. She's slowed down, but she also has a slow on her. So.
Double slow.
Okay.
So they got the Undying
and Undying
again.
For basically Roshan, I suppose.
It's worth it. Undying is a 5, right?
Right.
Not that big of a deal. The only thing that I think the Undying needs to be more positionally aware.
Right.
Like she's not as strong as she once was, right? She's not that tanky.
She's not the lane dominator.
Yeah, the laning phase is well over, right? So now it's kind of like where you're going to need to stay back. Yeah, you're kind of tanky, but you need to be far back to respect it.
All right.
Because you can get blown up.
Okay, so now that the Radiant has the Aegis, what is the win percentage now? What is the win percentage now? Price is right here.
66% in favor of the Dire.
I'll go with 63%.
Boom!
Whoa, on the dot!
Boom!
wait, it just went down to 61.
Well, I mean, but when we saw it, it was 66. Yeah, okay, so someone just got a rune. It changes
what
it by
was
5.
It that was one? It was the bounty runes, is it? That changed everything?
Or it went nighttime. I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
they
DOTA
got
plus.
2 bounty runes and then suddenly look at it.
Yeah, 62%. Oh, this matters.
Okay.
These stats.
Okay.
This is like that the commercial, the SAP or whatever, like data and analytics.
Right, SAP, right?
Yeah, SAP, right? It matters. Every little thing.
Every little thing matters. All right.
But I was 100% correct on that one. Just say I was
Yeah,
right on the
but
money.
you look at the drop, right? It was actually what 94% initially, and it's dropped now to 62% for the Dire, and the Radiant slowly but surely,
Yeah.
pulling this back.
I mean, DP comes back. This is the power of the towers, right? The objectives, it changes things. Dota Plus loves it when you do that, and will give you a huge,
Win
percentage, so to speak.
Yeah. And DP going for the Octarine Core.
DP? Okay.
DP Octarine Core.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, the
Right.
heals, it's
Seems
just the
good.
more sustain. I like it. And a smoke. They
And
do
a
have exorcism up.
smoke. Okay, they have Exorcism and Aegis on hand. Let's see what they make of this. There is still one outer tower here. So that's the reason that maybe they want to take a fight around this side. But it looks like the entirety of the Dire, they're going to be on the other side of the map. So they're not going to be able to find anybody there.
Okay, and they're pinging and they're scribbling.
Yeah.
It looks like
I
I'm
can
drawing.
scribble too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go. Think you're the only one? I can too.
Okay. Okay. What, are they going to get anything
Gonna
out of this? They're
ward
doing a
in
little
the
warding.
base there, but it seems to be nothing but a very extended warding expedition.
Radiant's middle tower is
And they will know that something's up right now because mid tower is not being defended. So yeah, look
Somebody-
at it.
2 catapults. Go, catapult,
Yeah,
go.
Go Cardi.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
it's gonna drop the tower pretty low.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be heading up top here. Mimi showing as well as the sniper. Now it looks like they might want to trade this. Yeah, they're gonna go for this tower and take it out immediately.
Nobody got the last hit.
Nobody got the last hit, by the way.
4 heroes. Oh, come on. All right, but they do have exorcism. They're going high ground. This is actually kind of scary.
They're gonna force it actually. They're
Yeah.
gonna go high ground and they're gonna put the Lich Frost Shield onto this tower, but it's not really gonna dissuade them that much. Bristleback is back here. They're gonna try to pop the assassinate on Shinra, but Shinra is super strong. They'll put everything else slows onto him, and now Shinra is silenced up as well. Okay, Flash Golem pop this off. Now it's gonna be on Maybe gonna pop the Omni Slash on the side down here, but they're very strong. They do have the Crimson Guard down there. Doesn't really do too much. Oh, but it's a beautiful whisk as well as Chain
Oh, the
Frost.
Chain
It's gonna
Frost.
do so much damage. You're gonna take down the troll with the Aghanim's as well. And right now, the troll is gonna be controlled up. Are you gonna BKB off? No, I think the BKB was already used actually, and now Shinra alone. The Undying is still living actually, but it looks
Look
like
at how much
no,
work the
Death
sniper-
Prophet is
Check-
gonna just chop them down immediately.
Oh,
Oh,
we don't have the. Why don't we?
Not yet. Hang on. Hang
It's
on.
not over yet.
You want to see a sniper
Yeah,
damage?
yeah.
I want to see a Chain Frost damage too.
Chain Frost and.
Look at that. Chain Frost down here, dealing.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So 200, sorry, the damage
damage.
done. Sorry, it was the
The
damage.
sniper. Look at that.
Sniper.
9,000.
9,000 damage.
So this is the problem with a melee
Jeez.
lineup, right? The DP is like, oh, I can just deal with these like
Going up
supports
high
coming here and down,
ground,
right? It's super difficult because the sniper is just hitting you from afar, and it's just so far away. Like, oh, just the amount of work that she does. Like, you know that you're like, however the team fight, are they going for the sniper? If they're not going for the sniper, they lost the team fight.
Right.
Especially going up high ground, right?
And even though the Omni Slash, it kind of it didn't do too much because of the Crimson Guard as well as the fact it was on the tanky heroes. It still didn't matter because you're not dealing with the real problem, which is what you mentioned, the sniper.
Right. I
And,
mean, look at the sniper. Don't you feel like he's like a social outcast, like all the way in the back? Just be like, hey, I don't have any friends, but that's cool because I'm just gonna be in the back, just hitting as many people as I can.
Don't worry, nobody can touch me. But
Yeah.
that's because I'm Paria, so just don't touch me. And it looks like it's gonna be the Dire's turn to go up to this tower. Let's see if they'll be able to force it or they will force the glyph out.
They're fortified.
So
Okay.
that's gonna be something, I suppose.
Oh, and Bristle
but
comes out
Cat
of nowhere.
Chaser with the Aghanim Scepter,
I
actually.
love it.
The snot all over the place.
No, it's actually
Ugh.
it's actually genius right here. This Ags, the
It's
AoE
melee,
snot with
right?
melee.
Yeah, it's melee.
It's very
right?
good. It's a
So-
very good item.
See, that's why I was suggesting like Radiance. Aghanim does the same thing except
Ags
the
is better.
physical, the it's armor reduction kind of thing, right? So
And the radiance kind of falls off in the end.
right.
But like, look at this AoE. This is like, I mean,
and
like-
he has the Kotal to back her up as well, right?
yeah, it's just super annoying. So actually, like, I was thinking maybe Octarine, but if you have the Coddle to just kind of help with the cooldowns and then just, the
Yeah.
mana problem, like
Yeah.
he might have, like, you're Gucci. And
Yep.
so I always feel like this AoE goo is kind of like just somebody who's just super sick.
Yeah,
Just
spreading
spewing
his
their
germs, all
germs
over,
everywhere.
infecting everybody.
Super gross.
Ugh.
Undying is like jealous. Like, I used to be that gross.
I used to be that gross. Necro, you would be Necrophos's best friend, you know?
Yeah,
that?
yeah. So, okay. Now, all the towers for Dire have been killed, as well as the Radiant.
Yeah, both all the outer towers have been taken out.
What is the next play? What do you do as Radiant?
They lost the Aegis already. Weren't able to do anything much with it. Let me think. They have they do have the Exorcism up again, so I think it's again smoke up and go. Try to get another pick off, and
Is that a
let's see
ward
if
or a
they can
sentry?
go.
Sorry.
Sorry, this one up here?
Yeah, is that a ward?
It's
or
a
sentry?
ward.
Oh, it's a ward. Okay.
Sorry, it's a sentry. Sorry, it's a sentry.
Okay. Okay.
So you want to go with Exorcism, and you want to make sure that again it is, you know, never off cooldown. Unless you want to wait about, you know, about 800 gold to get the soul booster. Sorry,
Yep.
to finish the Octarine Core on the Death Prophet.
Okay.
That is going to be
That's an
another
update.
power spike, I suppose.
Yeah. What is the timing on Roche? Is Roche up?
No, Roche is not up. They just lost the Aegis here, so
Okay.
it's going to be up in 51 seconds. Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
okay.
We'll
I
see
think
how it
that's
goes.
gonna be
That's
the
quite
next
a fast
big-
respawn, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next big
that's quite a
fight.
fast respawn.
Okay, so Bristle. I mean, once Bristle has. Okay, so he's going BKB instead of pipe. I disagree with that.
BKB instead of?
Oh, instead of pipe. 'Cause you
Pipe,
might as well finish
yeah,
pipe, right?
Right. Again, back to what we were talking about, right? Like you don't want to, as a tanky core, you just don't want to get the BKB.
Yep.
You want people to focus you, right? Yeah.
And they focus you, and he does more damage with the quills.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Like,
so you're
because
actually
you want people to
losing
touch you. Like you
damage.
don't want to get things like Ghost
Yeah.
Scepter or BKB or Silver Edge or something
Yeah.
like that. No, that's not you.
Okay. Interesting. Because to be honest, I don't ever go BKB on Bristle.
Yeah, no, never.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think
that
you should. Like
is-
any kind of tanky hero, I think you just don't go BKB because unless the fact is that you're still dying, then maybe you're not fulfilling your role as a tank.
Okay.
Failure of a
Okay.
tank.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, but Butterfly on Sniper.
Butterfly on Sniper. She's going the full very stats heavy
Yeah.
build. Yeah.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
She could go for Skadi as well, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, I would
That
love
would be
the
annoying.
Skadi here because like the
Yeah.
slow onto
Yeah.
all of these heroes or the slow. Yeah, I think that would be like amazing here. Skadi, Butterfly, insane.
Yeah.
Tanky and survivable as well.
And through this all, nobody on the Radiant have gotten Silver Edge, right?
Nope. Is Troll building towards it? Nope.
Nope.
Going for a Bastion instead.
Doesn't care. So, like, Troll's put in an awkward position because he needs to kind of, or she needs to kind of. Oh, but somebody has a Shadow Blade.
Somebody has a Shadow Blade?
Thought somebody had a Shadow Blade.
Wait.
Tiny?
No.
No, somebody had a Shadow Blade. No, I swear. Who's that?
Glimmer. Oh wait, it's Axe. Axe with a Shadow
Okay,
Blade.
so
right.
Axe is gonna get the Silver Edge. Oh no,
Oh,
not
Axe
even.
with a silver-
BKB
Not
next.
really. BKB next.
Again, we
Oh,
disagree.
she went for the attacking procs counter helix here. For the talent. Does she want to be a right clicker?
I mean, just because, like, it's okay, but the plus 25 health is just so massive.
Then I thought you should have gone for the attack speed at level 10, right? If you want the attacking
Yeah.
procs counter helix.
Nani?
No, nee.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, okay, the movement speed regen, you know, that's
Yeah.
kind of like a wash. You
Do you
know,
think it's
just, yeah.
Maybe it's a misclick?
Oh,
I've done it before.
that's yeah, I know. I've done it before. So and I've been like, oh shit. I think the worst is actually if you misclick a what do you call it? A gold talent.
Oh,
A gold talent.
yeah,
if you misclick that one,
Oh my
you
gosh,
know
that's
that you'll be
painful.
working towards level 15 or
Yeah.
whatever to get that gold talent, and then
Yeah.
you misclick that.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Ugh,
have you
gets
ever,
me.
like, because I've misclicked it before, and I was in a stack, and I didn't say anything, because I was just super embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of
they
those
point-
things
did
where,
they-
like,
did
if
they realize?
nobody's...
No.
nobody's know.
Okay.
Nobody
okay.
knew. I think we still won that game, so
Yeah.
no skin off my
I
back,
mean,
but...
okay, 25 regen is pretty damn good, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Because it just helps with the sustain. Like,
Yeah.
you want to be tanky, right?
Uh-huh.
But, okay. But
attacking
maybe-
procs
maybe
counter helix. Huh.
Kakaiusu knows more than I do, but...
Kakisu. Sounds delicious. Sounds
yeah.
like katsu.
Katsu.
Katsudon.
Food. But, okay, she needs to finish the Silver Edge. She's the one that needs to make that play.
Yep.
But she's looking at it as more of like a disengage tool. Like she
Mhm.
blinks in, calls, Shadow Blade's on out,
But-
right? Maybe after the call and the
Alright.
blade mail.
She's just counting on the fact that Trisa is too expensive.
That is true too. But Gandalf has got Aether, Force Staff.
Building in
Uh,
towards a Lotus Orb. Already has the plate mail, so means that she's really quite tanky, you know?
She is, yeah.
She's not going to get busted down easily. She's not going to be too afraid of the Death Prophet out. What is the Lotus for, actually?
I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, I don't. I mean, the Dispel, yes, but
Dispel on
I
the Silence?
I don't know.
The
Maybe you're like.
Battle Hunger?
Maybe you're like, I need to just put another, buff on my Bristle.
Oh, they actually dropped the Kotal out. It's gonna land onto 2. They're gonna catch 3. They're gonna try to burst down the X, but X is super ultra strong. Now Shinra pops the Death Prophet ulti. Right now they're gonna pop the X, and right now they can get more anymore. Okay, they can pop the Omni Slash. It's only on the
she's
Death
tanking
Prophet, but she uses up herself in the air. She doesn't have friends anymore. Or does she? She actually goes. Yes, it is the Tiny who's going in, but she's gonna get bashed up immediately. Kizumi is gonna go down in the end. And look look at Sniper actually. Sniper's dropping very low, but Sniper's gonna back herself out of there. The Death Prophet is doing a lot of damage, but Cat Chaser going in big. Ming is gonna fall. Ming is gonna have to pop. She pops her out already actually. Now she's gonna be able to get any more. No. And Death Prophet goes down in the background and Ming is left alone. That is sleepless. Wow.
So it comes
was a
back.
sleepless
Okay, so
show.
Tiny was on the right track.
Yeah, Tiny was
Got the Sniper super low. She was at like, what, 20% life?
Yeah.
But the thing is that none of her teammates were helping her out. The Sniper got away, literally turned around and just stood her ground and just started shooting everybody, and that's a team wipe. Very, very easy for that
Ming
dire team.
joined the fight really late.
Yeah,
As the troll
I don't
went
know
on. What was she
what was
doing?
going on.
Like,
But nonetheless, Glyph's being used, trying to prevent. Do you buy back here?
I think you do actually,
Yeah, I think
but
you
you
prevent
don't
it.
have the Death Prophet out. I think you get the Troll to buy back. Maybe
Yeah.
as soon as the X comes out, you buy back on the Troll. Yeah,
This is such a late buyback.
Yeah.
That was such a late buyback.
Then I think no, because oh no, then that's such a disastrous buyback.
Yeah,
Not,
like you got nothing out of it.
Yeah, not the DP for sure, but.
That was so bad. You forced the troll buyback. Ooh, that was so bad.
Yeah. And you know what? Roshan's up here, so this
Oh
will
my
be the next
gosh.
objective for sure. There is an arcane rune here. DP wants this rune for sure.
Yeah, but
DP
she needs to
really wants this
come
rune.
alive. She needs to resurrect before
Yeah,
she can
life
get
so
it.
look, the courier is going to scout out Roshan and another Dire, no?
Okay. Just flying over it, saw it. But like, okay, what can Radiant do to come back?
Radiant do the
I mean,
comeback.
they seem like they're so far
Look,
behind
again, simple. It's so simple. Find the sniper, win the game.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just so hard. Like, how do you deal with this Cat Chaser, like this Bristle, right? Like, I think that she's been creating so much havoc and space for the Sniper to just pick people off from afar that, like, it's been super difficult.
Which is why I asked, like, would the troll want to get the blink dagger? Because right now the X is initiating and
Yeah.
not actually going on to the sniper. It is only the Tiny who's able to get the sniper in the end. But sniper, you know, pretty tanky.
Okay.
Has a lot of health as well. So
It comes back to playstyle and the fact that she hasn't gotten Silver Edge yet. If she
Right.
gets the Silver Edge and she just breaks the armor of the Bristle and they focus on the Bristle, cool. You know what I mean? That will force the Dire to back up because they can't fight without a Bristle.
Right.
Right? He's the one that's creating the
Right.
space. So,
Right.
like, the fact that she's blinking in, calling, and that's not going to do enough damage to the Bristle, right? You need some way to mitigate what the Bristle's doing. You need to control him in some fashion. And they're not doing that because of that.
Ooh, there's a DD rune as well just for Roshan. Yeah.
Oh,
They're
that's
going to be
gonna
taking the rune? Yes, Sleepless. Take the rune, pops her head out.
Click on
She's
her
gonna
app.
go
Oh,
for
and
it.
see
Yeah.
how much damage she does. Oh my god.
Basically rapier damage. And that's Roshan going the way of the Dire. There is cheese also available. It goes the way of the Juggernaut. Gives it to Sniper. Sniper is not lactose intolerant, so Sniper will be quite happy to have cheese. Right, Jean?
Yes. She's stupid. Anyways, DD Sniper, this is going to be super hard. They're going to look to go high ground with this, with Cheese, Aegis, and a 20k net worth lead. Okay, predictions right now, I'm going to say 95% in favor of the Dire.
6%.
Okay, you just want to one-up me.
Oh, shoot! But we're both
We're
over.
both over, okay.
Oh, you're over by 1 again. Wow.
Damn it. I'm so close.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm the programmer of DOTA
Yeah.
Plus, so I know how it works. But no, I'm just kidding.
Jeez, then why don't you have Dota Plus on all your accounts?
Oh, snap. Just on one of my accounts. I have it on my main. Okay, but Sniper here, look at this guy. With Shrapnel, just like picking off that
Level
tower.
25, getting the 125 attack range actually.
Might as
not
well.
the shrapnel charges, so
That's
not
fine.
quite what we thought.
That's fine.
But look at that, sieging the tower from like miles away.
Yeah, and yeah.
Kizumi aging forward and then get the tower
And he
just
gets
like
steals the
that.
last hit.
Yeah.
And here's the
Catching
Lotus.
The Lotus. Oh, look at that. Everybody's slow by the nasal goo. So they're going to be touching the tower in uncomfortable places. The Shrapnel, okay, the Assassinate comes in on the Shinra, but Shinra is pretty strong. They take down the rain tracks already. Now Mimi standing in front. Mimi does have the Aegis. Remember that the
Omni.
Omni Slash, it goes off immediately, but she uses it up and negates a lot of the damage right now. She drops the Abyssal as well, but now because
She does have
dealing a
Aegis.
lot of damage, she does a lot of Aegis
Probably
there.
power.
Remember that friends out of the way. X is in the background actually distracting the entirety of the team while we watch the Shinra. Okay, he has taunted immediately. He gets taunt spun out as well. Did she try to TP out? No, not really. Now Mimi, they're gonna kill the troll in the background actually. The troll is trying to to get out there and try to do something, and maybe she's going to back herself out and be just fine. So they're going to go for instead for Capitana. No, Capitana is going to be fine. So let's move on to the other part of the fight where Mimi trying to go crazy. Death Prophet using stuff up.
She's got nothing.
She no more out as well. She's got nothing. She goes back down immediately, and now it looks like Kakisu is the one who's going to be following the Death Prophet to the grave. She does buyback immediately, but remember the Death Prophet has no out, and now Tiny is going to be able to TP itself out there with TP, but no! Yeah, she TP's out so close, even with the sniper. Beating down upon that Tiny. And this is going to be an easy lane of Rex. Remember that the troll bought back, and then there's this guy back basically. So Cat Chaser, completely unstoppable. Nobody can deal with them, even with the Axe and the troll warlock going into the back line. They weren't able to do anything much in the back line there. That's why we were watching, you know, Mimi just completely deal with the entirety of the Radiant. I think it's 3 heroes actually. Maybe 1v3 them basically.
Yeah, look at this. This is definitely going to be megas. Without Troll, 64 seconds, it's going to be super hard to just kind of hold here. And I think I don't even think it's possible. I think the call was off the mark there. Blink was on cooldown.
No, Death Prophet bought back. Remember, she can use herself up in the air, but to what? Oh no.
She doesn't have any heals.
BKBs. BKB, she is.
Chain Frost.
But up in the air, but it looks like Mimi.
Oh, and they're bringing it to the fountain.
She brings it to the fountain right there. Oh no, and wait, Capitan. Oh, I thought it was one more bounce actually. It was going to kill
buyback.
No buyback on the Death Prophet. This looks to be a good game for sure. And they're going to finish up the last lane of Rex. And my goodness, dire right now. Frosty Fire taking this game. It looked a little shaky initially, but I think they got back on their foot and they got back on the right footing. And,
and GG's called.
GG's called. Steelwolves, they will drop in this game against Frosty Fire. Frosty Fire, well, they take this game and they will be making it to the next best of 3 that will be coming up very shortly. So it's Frosty Fire versus Valor Esports.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's coming up next. But before that, let's just take a look at how the graph went, right? Because we talked about, did you see how the Radiant kind of like pushed it back a bit, and it went back in their favor for a little tiny bit. Okay, but then it went back down again, and it went back up again, and it dropped back down again. So
it really comes down to, I mean, Sleepless had an amazing game. If we look at the scoreboard in terms of the damage that she did, and the fact that she had so much time. Like, she got first item Midas. She knows this game is going to go late. We're not going to end the game. They're not going to end the game. I mean, JP should have ended the game, but didn't. And so because of that, like, she had all the time in the world. Look at the net worth.
51k damage down to...
The net worth?
Oh, you want to look at net worth instead?
Yeah, possible.
Right. Okay, here.
33,000. Right?
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
like,
a lot.
Way above anybody else. Like, even the Juggernaut, Like, it's 4k above the Juggernaut, so...
Yeah.
Wow.
So, well played. I'm going to give an MVP to either
MVP,
Cat Chaser. I think that she had the biggest presence, and her presence was everywhere, right? And the fact that I think in the next game, and I know that Valor Esports is definitely tuning in because they're definitely watching this game happen and they're understanding, they're getting a lot of insights in terms of how they play. We're going to see a first phase ban of Bristle, right?
Probably. You look at the Bristle, the amount of damage the Bristle received, 97k damage on that Bristle bag.
Not even 100k? Bristle, are you trying? Like.
And then you see, that's the other thing also is that when I want to talk about tower damage, you look at Shinra's tower damage, 1.9k only from a Death Prophet, as compared to your Troll Warlock who dealt more damage than the Death Prophet. So
that was poor.
Death Prophet is all about the tower push here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Again, it should have been from level 6 on, right? There was a good 10 minutes where she wasn't really taking advantage of her own skills. That is a problem. So I hope that Steelwolves kind of comes back. They relook at this replay
next season.
Next season. I mean, they're a great team. Don't get me wrong. They had a chance, but they just need to again clean up these tiny little mistakes and understand the peaks of your hero. Right.
Okay, so we'll be heading into a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back with the next best of 3 between Frosty Fire and Valor Esports. So.
And I'm Ashley Rita Wong. And we'll be back very, very shortly.
If you believe hard enough.